All right. So question 17 is delete column numcol from uh, from the data frame with drop. Okay. All right. So you say dfq13 dot drop, right? Okay. And drop is a function, so you say, all right, so there's going to be within parentheses, not square brackets. It's a function. So give the name of the column to drop in, so that's lowercase c. Okay. If I run that, what will happen? Why am I getting an error? Because axis. Because the default is row, and it's going into the rows and looking for numcol, and there is no numcol, so it's giving me an error. So not found. Numcol is not found in the axis. So you have to say axis equal to 1. So then it is gone, right? Is it gone? If you do dfq13 again, and you see that it is still there. And the reason is that it is not in place. In place is false by default. So I could say comma in place equal to true, or we can do a delete. Okay, so you can do del dfq. So del comes first. So del dfq13, and then specify numcol, and for del we don't have to specify axis, because del automatically and pop, they are automatically for columns. So now if I do dfq13, then you see it's gone. So now it is permanent. So you can do it either two ways. You can use del, or in drop we have to specify in place equal to true. Either way it will work. Okay? All right, so that's your B. Okay, so delete the column with del, so that one is B. So this one is A. Okay, and then what? C, append a new row with Jackson for name and that for date of birth, and save the new data frame as dfq17c. Okay. Okay, so how do we do that? So new row should be, we have to create the new row as a data frame. Okay. Now, when it is just one row of data, the quickest way is to create a dictionary and convert it. That's probably the quickest way. So, or you can do a pandas series also, I guess. Okay. So we have name. Name is the key, and the value is Jackson. So the value should be given as a list. Okay, so that's one. So new row with Jackson for name and date of birth 8/23/2004. So DOB, okay. Now if I simply say, okay, that's a string. Okay. Date represented as a string. Okay. That's not going to work. This has to be a date object. So here is where we use PD2 date time, and the pandas date time, it will figure out. You don't have to really give a format. It will intelligently figure out what the format should be. Okay. So next, after creating, let's take a look at the new row. So what is the problem? An integer is required, got type dictionary. Oh, here that should be, I have the wrong function name. It should be data frame. Okay, so, all right. So new row has only 2 columns, name and DOB. It doesn't have weight, smoker, or age. Okay. So what's going to happen if I add it? So we'll call it DFQ17C equal to, okay, PD concat. Okay. So we're going to do DFQ13, and we want to put the new row at the bottom of DFQ13. So you say new row. Okay, so it's going to match up the column names, and where we don't have data in the new row, is going to insert NaN, missing value. Okay. So we have DFQ17C. What happened here? Yeah, so I have to give the list of data frames to concatenate as a list. That's the problem. Okay. Non-concatenation axis is not aligned. So there it is. It's done it, but there is a warning. What does it? It's a future warning. Sorting because non-concatenation axis is not aligned. A future version of pandas will change to not sort by default. Okay, so that's okay. That's not an issue. So the default is changing, so that's okay. Okay, so we have the new row added, and you see that the columns for which we don't have a data for the new row, NaN is assigned, not a number. Actually, NaN stands for not a number, but it's really to be understood as missing value. Okay.